Solitude often carries a negative connotation, but there is a profound joy to be found in embracing one's own company. In a world constantly urging us to be surrounded by others, the ability to enjoy solitude is not only refreshing but also a crucial part of personal growth. When we spend time alone, we create space for deep self-reflection, which is essential for understanding ourselves better. It is in these moments of solitude that we can truly reconnect with ourselves and explore what it means to be at peace with our thoughts and emotions. Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from within, encouraging us to seek contentment not in the external world, but in our own presence. This aligns with the idea that solitude, far from being a void, is a fertile ground for self-discovery and spiritual growth. Through the practice of solitude, we begin to recognize the inner wisdom that lies dormant within us. It provides a sanctuary away from the noise and distractions of daily life, allowing for clarity and peace to flourish. Imagine the peace that comes from sitting alone in stillness, listening to your inner voice without the need for validation from others. Solitude helps us grow mentally and spiritually, offering us the chance to evaluate our desires, values, and fears. The more time we spend in this sacred space, the more we understand ourselves on a deeper level. By embracing our own presence, we unlock the door to transformation and lasting peace. In the upcoming sections, we will explore how solitude can become a source of strength, how it helps us understand our desires and fears, and how it leads to a more fulfilling and independent life. Embracing solitude opens the path to personal growth, emotional resilience, and true happiness. Choosing solitude over negative or meaningless company is one of the most powerful decisions we can make for our mental and emotional well-being. In a world that values constant connection, whether through social media or societal expectations, we are often encouraged to surround ourselves with people. However, not all company is beneficial. Negative relationships or interactions can drain us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, leaving us feeling disconnected or even worse, lost in the chaos of others' expectations. Buddhism, with its emphasis on self-awareness and inner peace, teaches that solitude is not something to fear but to embrace as a path to personal growth. Solitude provides the space for deep introspection and self-reflection. By stepping away from the noise and distractions of unproductive socializing, we can focus on what truly matters, our inner thoughts, desires, and motivations. In solitude, we find the opportunity to strengthen our inner voice and gain clarity. This peaceful time allows us to tap into our own wisdom and to process our thoughts without external influence. For instance, when we are not constantly surrounded by others' opinions, we can better understand our own emotions and identify the sources of stress in our lives. Imagine being surrounded by silence, where the only voice you hear is your own. It's in these moments of stillness that our minds can begin to untangle the confusion created by external noise. Buddhism encourages us to understand that peace and enlightenment come from within. Choosing solitude means consciously selecting the inner peace that solitude offers over the noise of chaotic social environments. It's in these moments of quiet that we can reconnect with our true selves, without distractions that might cloud our judgment or foster unnecessary tension. When we choose solitude, we are not isolating ourselves, but creating a space for growth and renewal. This practice, rooted deeply in Buddhist philosophy, allows us to clear away the mental clutter and focus on the things that are most meaningful to us. By embracing solitude, we are not rejecting the world but learning how to create boundaries that protect our mental clarity. The strength gained from solitude helps us make decisions based on our true values rather than external influences. This period of time spent alone offers us the chance to rebuild, reflect, and recharge, allowing us to return to the world with a fresh perspective. As we learn to cherish our own company, we begin to see the importance of solitude in the journey toward a life of peace and self-reliance. The next section will delve into how time spent alone not only leads to a greater understanding of our true selves, but also enhances our emotional resilience, preparing us for life's inevitable challenges. Spending time alone is one of the most profound ways to engage in self-discovery. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose touch with who we truly are, as we become consumed by the needs and expectations of others. By choosing solitude, we create the space necessary for deep introspection and personal growth. This practice allows us to examine our desires, strengths, weaknesses, and fears, providing insight that is often clouded by the noise of social interactions. Buddhism places a significant emphasis on knowing oneself, teaching that true wisdom and inner peace are cultivated through self-awareness. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to look within, rather than seeking answers from external sources. By embracing solitude, we begin to understand our true nature, which is essential for finding lasting peace. When we are alone, we are free from external distractions and influences, allowing us to connect with our inner thoughts and emotions on a deeper level. This process helps us identify what truly matters in our lives and what no longer serves us. One practical approach to solitude for self-reflection is journaling. Writing down our thoughts and feelings helps us organize and process them. It allows us to track our growth over time and notice patterns in our behavior or emotions. Meditation is another powerful tool for self-discovery. Through mindful meditation, we quiet our minds and create space for introspection, which enables us to detach from external judgments and focus on our inner truth. Similarly, mindfulness exercises can help us become more aware of the present moment, reducing stress and improving our ability to make decisions that align with our authentic self. In addition to these personal benefits, solitude allows us to build a stronger sense of inner peace, reducing the constant noise that often makes decision-making and self-reflection more difficult. It teaches us to become comfortable with our own thoughts and emotions, rather than relying on others for validation. Over time, as we practice solitude and self-reflection, we begin to notice an increased sense of clarity in our lives, which helps us approach our relationships, career, and personal goals with more intention. In the next section, we will explore how solitude not only promotes self-awareness, but also strengthens our ability to build emotional resilience and navigate life's obstacles with a clear, focused mind. The fear of being alone is a common emotional barrier that many individuals face. In a society that often glorifies constant social interaction and the idea of being connected, the thought of solitude can evoke feelings of discomfort and anxiety. People often fear loneliness because they associate it with feelings of rejection, sadness, or unfulfillment. However, Buddhism offers a different perspective on loneliness, viewing it not as a negative experience, but as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. By reframing loneliness, individuals can learn to embrace solitude and, in turn, develop emotional resilience and inner strength. Buddhism teaches that peace and wisdom are found within, and solitude provides the space needed for deep introspection and self-awareness. The practice of mindfulness and meditation, central to Buddhist teachings, helps individuals focus on their inner world rather than being distracted by the noise of external influences. When we are alone, we have the opportunity to fully connect with our thoughts and feelings, which are often suppressed in the presence of others. This connection allows for a deeper understanding of ourselves, our desires, and our fears, leading to greater emotional clarity. Many people who have faced the fear of loneliness and embrace solitude have reported significant emotional healing. For example, someone who once feared the isolation of living alone might come to appreciate the quiet and peace it offers, allowing them to reflect, set personal goals, and engage in creative activities that were previously hindered by the distractions of social engagements. Stories like these highlight how solitude can act as a healing force, providing individuals with the time and space needed to reconnect with their true selves. Practical steps to embrace solitude include journaling, where one can explore thoughts and feelings in a safe, private space. Meditation is another tool for self-discovery, helping to quiet the mind and focus on the present moment. Mindfulness exercises, such as deep breathing or mindful walking, can help individuals become more aware of their surroundings and inner experiences, reducing stress and cultivating a sense of peace. By integrating these practices into daily life, individuals can begin to embrace their solitude with confidence and reap the emotional rewards of self-reflection. In the next section, we will delve deeper into how embracing solitude not only enhances emotional resilience, but also fosters personal growth, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a clearer, more focused mind. Solitude is often viewed with apprehension, as many people associate being alone with loneliness or isolation. However, when approached mindfully, solitude can serve as a sacred space for self-discovery and growth. It provides an invaluable opportunity to tune into our true thoughts, desires, and values without the constant noise and distractions of the outside world. Buddhism encourages the practice of self-awareness and mindfulness, viewing solitude not as a negative experience, but as a vital part of our spiritual and emotional development. By embracing solitude, individuals can experience profound personal growth and clarity. In Buddhist teachings, self-awareness is considered a key pathway to wisdom and inner peace. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of understanding one's true nature through contemplation and reflection. Solitude offers the perfect environment for this kind of introspection, as it frees us from the judgments, expectations, and opinions of others. When we are alone, we are no longer swayed by external pressures, allowing us to connect deeply with our authentic selves. This process of self-exploration can reveal what truly matters to us, and what we need to let go of in order to live more authentically. Creating personal space for self-reflection is essential for growth. In the hustle of everyday life, it can be challenging to hear our inner voice amidst the demands of work, relationships, and society. Solitude provides the quiet necessary to listen, reflect, and reconnect with our core values. It is within this space that we can gain clarity on our life choices, desires, and goals. The practice of mindfulness, rooted in Buddhism, plays a significant role in deepening this self-awareness. Mindfulness helps individuals stay present, allowing them to observe their thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. Through mindful practices, one can begin to recognize patterns in their behavior and thought processes, ultimately leading to greater self-understanding. As individuals become more comfortable with solitude, they begin to embrace it as an essential part of their well-being. Overcoming the fear of being alone leads to emotional freedom and self-reliance, as individuals learn to trust and value their own company. In this space of self-discovery, they find the strength to face life's challenges with clarity and resilience. In the next section, we will explore how the act of embracing solitude not only promotes self-awareness, but also enhances one's ability to cultivate emotional resilience, enabling a more balanced and peaceful life. Self-reliance is an empowering aspect of personal growth, one that can be nurtured through solitude. In a world that often emphasizes interconnectedness, independence can feel like a daunting concept. However, solitude provides the perfect environment for building emotional strength and independence. It allows individuals the opportunity to turn inward and cultivate the skills necessary to handle life's challenges with resilience and self-assurance. By embracing moments of solitude, we give ourselves the space to reflect, reevaluate, and take ownership of our own happiness. Buddhism teaches the importance of personal responsibility and self-awareness in cultivating a sense of inner peace and stability. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that true happiness does not come from external circumstances or the approval of others, but from understanding and accepting oneself. This perspective fosters self-reliance by encouraging individuals to take control of their emotions and well-being. Rather than relying on others to define our worth or emotional state, Buddhism suggests that we must seek peace and contentment within, which in turn strengthens our independence. To deepen self-reliance, practical steps can be taken during periods of solitude. Meditation is one such practice, as it helps cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. By engaging in meditation, individuals learn to observe their thoughts without attachment, allowing them to gain clarity and develop a deeper understanding of their emotional landscape. Journaling is another powerful tool for self-reflection, providing an outlet for processing emotions and tracking personal growth over time. These practices not only facilitate emotional healing but also enable individuals to strengthen their sense of inner peace and confidence. Through solitude, we also come to understand that emotional challenges are part of the human experience, and by facing them alone, we learn to overcome them with grace and resilience. The act of relying on oneself for emotional support fosters a profound sense of independence, freeing us from the need for constant validation or reassurance from others. This sense of emotional self-sufficiency contributes to a greater sense of fulfillment, as we become less reliant on external sources for our happiness. In the next section, we will explore how embracing self-reliance through solitude can lead to profound personal growth, enabling individuals to face life's obstacles with newfound clarity and strength. Self-companionship is an essential aspect of personal growth and emotional well-being. It refers to the practice of cultivating a loving and supportive relationship with oneself. In the journey of life, we often seek validation, comfort, and companionship from others. However, Buddhism teaches that true fulfillment comes from within. By embracing self-companionship, individuals can learn to love themselves, accept their flaws, and find contentment without relying on external sources for happiness. In Buddhist teachings, the concept of self-love and self-acceptance is central. The Buddha emphasizes that the path to inner peace begins with self-awareness and self-compassion. This means understanding and embracing one's own thoughts, feelings, and experiences without judgment. Self-companionship encourages a shift in perspective, allowing individuals to see themselves as worthy of love and care, just as they would treat a dear friend. By nurturing this relationship with oneself, people can foster a sense of inner peace and emotional stability that is not easily swayed by the opinions or actions of others. The importance of treating oneself with kindness cannot be overstated. In a world where people are often their harshest critics, learning to show kindness to oneself is a revolutionary act. This self-kindness manifests in how we speak to ourselves, how we care for our mental and physical well-being, and how we forgive ourselves for mistakes. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment and self-criticism, so practicing compassion for oneself is a way to break free from these negative patterns and cultivate a peaceful mind. To develop self-companionship, there are several practical steps individuals can take. Meditation, for instance, is a powerful tool for fostering self-awareness and presence. By sitting in silence and observing one's thoughts without attachment, individuals can cultivate a sense of peace and clarity. Journaling is another effective way to engage with one's inner world, helping individuals reflect on their feelings and track their personal growth. Engaging in activities that promote self-care, such as exercise, healthy eating, or taking time for relaxation, also strengthens the bond with oneself. As we continue to explore the transformative power of solitude, the next section will delve into how self-companionship can create a strong foundation for emotional resilience, allowing individuals to face the challenges of life with a calm and centered mind. Embracing individuality is a powerful path toward personal fulfillment and happiness. In a society where conformity often takes precedence, learning to celebrate one's uniqueness is a revolutionary act. Buddhism encourages the celebration of individuality as an essential part of one's spiritual journey. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize that true peace and happiness arise when we detach ourselves from societal pressures and expectations, focusing instead on our own path to self-realization. The practice of embracing individuality fosters not only emotional freedom, but also a deeper sense of self-worth. Buddhism teaches that the path to enlightenment is one of self-awareness and self-acceptance. To embrace one's individuality is to accept one's true nature, free from the masks imposed by society. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that each person's journey is unique and should not be shaped by the desires or judgments of others. When individuals embrace their authentic selves, they are able to move beyond the constraints of societal expectations, discovering a deep sense of inner peace that comes from self-acceptance. This is not about rejecting the world, but about understanding and appreciating one's place in it, regardless of how society defines success or worth. Breaking free from societal pressures is a significant step toward embracing individuality. Many individuals struggle with the desire to fit in, seeking approval from others to feel validated. However, true happiness does not come from external validation. It is found in the acceptance and love one has for oneself. In a world that often prioritizes external success, Buddhism teaches that the most important accomplishment is to nurture one's inner world. When we let go of the need for approval from others, we open ourselves up to the possibility of experiencing life in a way that is genuinely fulfilling. When individuals embrace their true selves, free from the influences of societal norms, they experience a profound shift in their emotional well-being. They begin to feel more connected to their inner strength, which enables them to face life's challenges with resilience. Embracing individuality is not only a means of self-discovery, but also a way of cultivating happiness that is lasting and meaningful. In the next section, we will explore how the strength of individuality translates into a deeper sense of inner peace and emotional freedom, allowing individuals to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. In conclusion, the importance of solitude cannot be overstated. By embracing moments of solitude, we allow ourselves the opportunity to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness and inner peace. Buddhism teaches that true happiness arises from within, and solitude is a powerful tool for achieving this inner harmony. Through solitude, individuals are able to detach from the noise and pressures of society, gaining clarity and a renewed sense of purpose. It allows for introspection, where one can reflect on their thoughts and emotions without distraction, leading to a stronger connection with one's true self. Buddhism's teachings emphasize the value of self-reflection and mindfulness, guiding individuals toward understanding their own mind and emotions. The practice of embracing solitude encourages personal growth, enabling one to reconnect with their authentic self. It is in this peaceful space that the path to self-reliance becomes clearer, and the ability to face life's challenges with resilience is strengthened. By engaging in self-companionship, individuals foster a loving and compassionate relationship with themselves, which is essential for emotional freedom. Self-love and self-acceptance are born in the quiet moments, when we learn to appreciate our own company. Ultimately, the act of valuing one's individuality and solitude can lead to greater happiness and fulfillment. As we embrace our uniqueness and free ourselves from societal pressures, we begin to realize that true contentment lies not in the approval of others, but in self-acceptance and inner peace. Solitude is not to be feared, but welcomed. It is through these moments of solitude that we uncover our strength and deepen our understanding of who we truly are. So, take the time to embrace your solitude, for it is in these quiet spaces that you will discover your true potential in peace.